Okay, so it's first day in about 2 weeks that I've been out on the bike. Basically, sorry, I'm looking behind me. So you might hear some wind noise. I do have my headset in or my earbuds. They should cancel out some of the wind noise, but they're not going to cancel out all of it. But I moved into a temporary situation about 10 days ago, 11 days ago now. And while I wanted to use the bike to explore, this last week has been hot. Every day has been at or above 100 degrees. Or at least really, really close. Because this is, Denver, so if you're in a certain spot, it could be 100 degrees. If you're half a mile away in a small dip or something, it could be even hotter or cooler, depending on where. But yeah, it's been roughly 100 degrees for the last week. Yesterday was only about 85. Today is only like 70 something. There is a car behind me, so I thought I'd get the bike out and kind of go explore a little bit. And there's the car that was behind me. Now I'm told there is a bike path over here somewhere that you can catch. I don't know exactly where it's at, which is why we're exploring. You know what, let's jump up on the sidewalk here, just for giggles. Because while I am not wearing a helmet, I am also not wearing anything bright. The shirt I'm wearing is OD green. The shorts I'm wearing are very similar color, a little bit lighter. So, yeah. And I don't know where I'm going, so I'm just kind of checking stuff out. This is, I believe, the Globeville neighborhood of Denver. I didn't even know where this was until about 2 weeks ago. I was driving through, there's a museum nearby that I went to, and when I left the museum, I happened to see a sign that said, Globeville. And I was like, really? This is, okay, because I'd seen it on the news every once in a while, but again, I wasn't 100% sure. Ooh, that's a little bit extra effort. I wasn't 100% sure where it was. So I do have a dedicated bike lane here, which is nice. See right there, the sign on the building to the left, or to the right, sorry, Globeville. Now this building right here to the right with the colorful doorways. Looks like somebody came in here, bought the building, refurbished it, and is trying to gentrify this area. This area is mostly a poorer neighborhood. A lot of the Latin community lives here. As you can see, the houses are a little bit smaller, that kind of thing. Now, I'm not entirely sure where this trail is. Looks like they are it's the second house I've passed by that's having a garage sale. So that's kind of cool. But yeah. I am using my phone to record at the moment, so I can't exactly look up a map and see the bike trails or anything. I was kind of hoping something would be very, what do you call it? Very noticeable or very obvious. And apparently I was incorrect. So now we are in the I'm gonna get up on the sidewalk because this is a little bit busier. We are entering the Rhino area of Denver. Now I have to keep an eye on the battery charge today because it looks like going back to where I started is going to be all uphill. Now, slightly uphill, but uphill nonetheless. You see the Pepsi bottling plant up here to the little bit left of straight. Is this the river? Somewhere there's the river, and supposedly at the river you can jump on the trail. I just don't know where the river is. Oh, yep, there's the river. Now, if you don't live in Colorado, you're probably thinking, what do you mean that's a river? That's like a creek. Well, in Colorado, that's a river. So, yeah. Anywho. Maybe, and I'm assuming that's a trail off to the right-hand side there. Tattoo Expo. Pedestrian and bicycle trail. No pedestrians. Oh no, no motor vehicles. Now it would be cool if on this bike, if it had a similar motor function as like the electric vehicles where you're braking or stopping or even coasting like this, where if it acted like a generator and recharged the battery a little bit, that'd be really cool, especially for people that live in hilly areas. You could use the pedal assist to go up and the coastal charging feature to keep your battery topped out. Alright, so that was a little creepy. I know it was just a stormwater exhaust port, but it was big enough for somebody to crawl through. A full-grown adult probably hunched over, but children or smaller full-grown adults could easily walk through. It just looked like something out of a horror movie. So yeah. I'm trying to look around to see if there's any buildings nearby that I know, and there aren't. Garbage everywhere. Excuse me. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Garbage everywhere. Litter. God, I hate it. Hate it so much. Yeah, I went out on a couple of dates with a girl about 10 years ago. And she just nonchalantly just littered everything. Littered everywhere. She'd throw her cigarette butts out. Now, I don't like smokers. It's not my thing. I knew she smoked, but she was really hot, and I was willing to put up with it for a little bit. But yeah, she just flip her cigarette butts everywhere, which is a huge pet peeve of mine. And then she'd throw like just garbage, like, you know, she got fast food or something, and this really happened once, where she got fast food and through the, you know, the finished wrappers and the bag and stuff that it came in, she just threw it out. Just threw it out of the window while we were driving down the road. I was shocked. On your left. Hey, puppy. Yeah. I'm not against homeless people, not even a little bit. I will defend their right to be homeless. I don't like the garbage. That dude's down there using his laptop. Now, whether he's homeless or not, I have no idea. Let's go up, see what's up here. Looks like a statue of a rhino for the rhino district. And you can probably see the clouds coming too, so I don't know how long I'm going to be out today doing this. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to explore a little bit. Salvation Army. So Brighton Boulevard is this road right in front of us. If we take a left, it'll take us back to that museum that I went to about 10 days ago, 11 days ago. So, but I kind of wanted to check out some other stuff here, so we are going this way. Now, if you look to the right, you'll see all these homes that have, hey puppy, front doors right here on the first floor, or at least patios, porches. I don't know if I could do that. I'd like to. It'd be great for getting stuff in and out. But I don't know. That's why you need good brakes. Yeah, I don't know if I could live with right down the floor like that. Or on the first floor, sorry. I'm looking around and everything too, trying to orient myself. Because this area of North Denver is not really an area that I know that well. I mean, I know the basics, but I don't know like which streets are one way off the top of my head. I don't. Some of the streets go diagonal, so sometimes it's kind of hard to know where you're at because they don't follow a north, south, east, west grid mapping. So okay. Ooh, looks like some kind of driver's training or something going on over here. Alright, I kind of know where I'm at now. So if we go down this way, and we'll get down to where Coors Field is. I'm going to jump up onto this, fairly certain this is a bike path. Not 100% sure. Hi, puppies. Oh, Church of Scientology is still there. I actually thought it moved. That's to the left, sorry. This building on the right here with the gray wall and the brick. There used to be a club back in the day that I used to go to. Looks like it's a fully equipped restaurant and bar for lease at the moment. Used to be an 80s club, so. Oh, something going on downtown here. All right. I don't know what's going on, but we'll figure it out. Let's see. Yeah, I may have to get a taller seat post for this bike. It's just a little too low, and when I did have it raised a little bit, it was kind of it was past the safe zone on the post. So, yeah, I have no idea what's happening over here. Hey, puppy. Yeah. I have no idea what that is. Sounds like a concert. That right there, right here, that's Coors Field. It's where the Rockies play, so. Oh, go Bananas. There was a minor league baseball team or something, the Bananas. I don't know. Oh, I remember what it is. Okay. So, we're gonna go around. So, I read an article about this. The Bananas are apparently a group of, it's a baseball team, but it's kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters, where they, yeah, sorry, I was looking at that truck, Land Rover Defender, where they come out and it's more entertainment than actual sports, where they have like a lot of on-field antics, and they goof around and, you know, give more of a show than a game. So yeah, which is kind of cool. But I've heard about them on the radio a couple times now coming to town. So, where else can we check out? I still need to figure out how to reset the trip meter on my computer here. The problem is where I'm staying doesn't have Wi-Fi, so it's hard for me to do anything. I don't want to pay for Wi-Fi, you know, for it to be installed and everything for just like a month or two. That just seems kind of useless. Yeah, are these people ever going? Like, what the hell? All these people have their blinkers on, so I'm gonna go. Now, normally I'm all about coming downtown or going anywhere there's a festival going on and just kind of going and experience it, but I am down here riding a bike today, not festivaling. There's a camera case right there or a phone case without the phone. So we'll go down this way a little bit. I'm gonna check everything out. I'm gonna go in front of these people, and there we go. But yeah, I used to work downtown here, and you know, when I was younger, maybe 15, 20 years ago, I wanted to live down here, you know, just kind of have that downtown walkable lifestyle. We could walk and ride your bike everywhere. You didn't have to drive if you didn't want to. But now I'm kind of like, I just want it to be quiet. I don't care if I live next to people or share a wall or whatever. I just want it to be quiet. So, oh, the whiskey bar is still there. Okay. Let's see. Monday, $5 cold shot. Tuesday, $5 craft beers. Wednesday, 20% off whiskey. Thursday, $5 whiskey bar lager. Saturday, $12 Guinness and cork. I like places like the whiskey bar because they have a lot of different types of whiskeys that are available. So you don't have to buy, like $100 bottle just to find out that you don't like it. So it's kind of cool. But yeah, once I get a lock for this, I don't have a good lock for this bike. Once I get a good lock for this bike, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just keep going south until it catches up to the river again, and then I'll take the river north again, back to where I came from. But yeah, it sucks when you buy like a $80 to $150 bottle of booze to find out you don't like it. On the other hand, like how he was just like in the bike lane and not on the sidewalk where it's the foot lane. But hey, what do I know? But yeah, this right here, like this motorcycle, you could probably hear it even through the noise canceling of this headset. But if you live here, all this noise does from that bike, and I own a bike, and my bike's really fairly loud too, as it just bounces off the buildings. It just echoes everywhere, and so even if you like live somewhere and you're like, oh, it's not a big deal because they just go by. No, it echoes, it bounces back and forth, it exasperates the noise, and you're like, oh, okay. So that's one of the reasons I don't want to live down here anymore. Like I said, the noise really bothers me, and then and that was just a motorcycle. That's not even like a truck or a garbage truck or one of these little motors or little cars with the ultra loud exhausts. I think that would annoy me, especially since I like to have the windows open. So I can't remember. I think Colorado has I'll have to double check, but I think there's a law that says that bikes can go through red lights if it's safe. I think I read about that the other day. I'll have to double check. Oop. But yeah, feel bad for that dude. Doesn't have any, the legs aren't working, and obviously he's in a lot of pain if just scooting up and down the sidewalk is causing him to groan so much. And keep in mind, this is Sunday. This is about 12:30. Apparently, some of these people don't care if I'm turning or not. They're just going to do what they're going to do. So, Denver does have a fairly vibrant downtown scene. I know since COVID it's died down a little, but that's mainly because a lot of bars and restaurants went out of business, and then rents skyrocketed so high. Like some of these places around here, you might have 900 square feet. Oh, maybe you can go. You might have 900 square feet, and you're paying like $3,000 a month for it. clouds came in and it cooled off significantly, which is fine. But yeah. Yeah, I'll just keep recording until I either run out of battery or I get to the river. Once I get to the river and I turn around, I'll probably put the phone away. That's what I'm recording on right now, just my phone. Oopsie. And this would be the 16th Street Mall, which is its whole other thing. It's just, in Germany we would have called it a Fußgänger. It's just a walking mall. No vehicles aside from the buses and cops. It used to be a lot of shops and restaurants, and there still are a lot of shops and restaurants, but it's definitely died down a little bit. They did a huge construction project on it the last couple of years too, so a lot of businesses relocated during the construction. They wanted to blame everything else, but they relocated during the construction. I'm not entirely sure bicycles can go in here. Oops. Excuse me. Yeah, wasn't sure. So we'll go this way. At least one block, see what happens. So I've never seen those barriers up there. Now that particular block has a lot of little festivals, a lot of parties, you know, things like that. So wasn't 100% sure. But so my point is that I've seen those little barriers in place before, but it's usually when an event's going on. I've never seen it when it's just there. So this building over here on the right, it's got the flower pots in front of it. I believe that used to be a client of ours when I was an account manager for a janitorial company. So, okay, I was like, I gotta figure out how to get down here. Oops. Hold on, that's starting to move around now. Hold on, let me get that fixed. Oops. That was moving around a lot. It's doing better than the other one, but I only hand tightened it. I didn't wrench tighten it, so it's going to be a little different. Oh, what's up, puppy? What's up? I believe I saw a down over here. So across the street over here on the right is where my college was and my grad school. Oh, see, this person's got one of those one-wheel electric unicycle things. I wanted to get one of those, and I might have if I was younger. But honestly, when I started looking between scooters, bicycles, and everything else, I didn't know if my core would be able to handle it. So. Just gonna pass you over here real quick. She had a headset in, which is why I didn't call out on the left or anything. So, yeah, and then I'm gonna catch this to basically any trail going north, and I'm gonna head back. Okay, so this is the Cherry Creek. I wanted to make sure before I said anything, because this to my right is Cherry Creek. It is a fairly long creek. Some of my other videos, you can see a creek in the background. That was on the Cherry Creek about 25 miles south of here. So the water from there eventually gets here type of thing. And I am noticing all the graffiti and murals on the other side of the creek versus over here, which is interesting. Wonder if there's a reason for that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn around. I was not 100% sure, and apparently that is the bridge I needed to use. But it's all good, because we are here. This is Confluence Park, I believe. It is a confluence of the Cherry Creek and I want to say this is the South Platte River. A lot of people come and hang out here on hot days. You can get in the water and swim if you want, etc. That right there is an REI. Obviously a bridge to the left. It's actually, I'm gonna get a picture of that. It's very scenic, very Colorado. I tried to bring my family down here last time they were in town. You know, just kind of, it was hot, just kind of let the kids, you know, play in the water and stuff, but my brother wouldn't do it. His kids are only allowed to play in pool water, apparently. So we'll go back up and over. Yeah. Again, this is the first time I've ever done any of this. I have never ridden a bicycle downtown Denver before, except for once, about 20 years ago, when I used to live about 16 miles south of here, just off the Cherry Creek. You could catch the Cherry Creek Trail, which is this trail, about a half a mile from my front door. And I rode it all the way downtown one time, and which was easy, because downtown was less, or it was a lower elevation than where I was living, so it was all downhill. And then turning around and going back. Oops. So I turned the pedal assist down. So I'm basically just pedaling a bike. A big, heavy 80-pound bike. So, area is subject to flooding, we know this. No motor vehicles. Technically, I'm on a motor vehicle. I don't know what the rules are with electric bikes. But But I've seen a lot of, no scooters, no bikes, no rollerblades, pedestrian only. Does that just mean that way, or does that mean every way? I do not know green eggs and ham. I do not know Sam I Am. Oopsie.
Well, I'm getting out of this guy.
So yeah. And one of these days, I'll bring. I'm hoping while I'm staying up here for the next month or two to get the camera out and come down and walk around and get some pictures, because with the actual camera, I'm liking the fact that it's close enough that I can just ride the bicycle without having to worry about it. Without having to worry about like finding parking or paying for parking or any of that fun stuff. But like I said, I want to get a better lock for this bike. I'm not sure the little cheap Chinese cable lock they gave me was worth it. I do see a trail on the other side of the river. I don't know if that's better or worse than the one I'm on. Because again, this is a first for me. Nice little park. Sign there says something about dog. Community garden, which is great. Can't remember what this little area is called, this little neighborhood. Something is definitely squeaky. I am going to move to the other side just because. Okay, I was worried that bikes weren't allowed on this side, but I do see indicators that bicycles are. Hey puppy, what's up? I do see indicators that bicycles are allowed over here. Oh, this is a skate park. I haven't been here in years. Not that I was ever a skater, but I had a friend who fancied himself a inline skate guru, and he liked to come here and practice. So every once in a while I get bored and come down here just to change up my pace, try something different. Yeah, I'm a big fan of parks like this. One, they teach confidence. Two, they give people an outlet. And three, they keep kids and skaters and stuff out of parking lots and away from cars and whatnot that might hurt them. Now, notice how I focused on the people. Like, the cars might hurt the skaters or the bicyclists or the skateboarders or whatever, versus a lot of companies and stuff don't want the skateboarders in their parking lots because they don't want the skateboarders to hurt their property or to get hurt while on their property and sue them. So they're concerned about themselves. I'm concerned about the people. It's just one of those things. Listen to how people talk. They will tell you exactly who they are. So I could have stayed on that side, but we're gonna cross. We're gonna try something different just because we can. And we're out here exploring, so it's no big deal. I got plenty of battery. I'm more concerned with the rain starting. Not because I melt in the rain, not that sweet. But because, oopsie. Can I do it? Can I do it? Yes, I can. Mostly because when it rains here, even though it is mid-August, when it rains in Colorado, it comes down cold. There's no easier way to say it. It just comes down cold. So I'm gonna go down here. So yeah, it could be a 100-degree day, and when the rain comes in, it's gonna come in feeling like ice. And that it just has a lot to do with it being so incredibly high here that the clouds, you know, they don't look like they're super high, but they could be at 10,000 feet. And that's just gonna make that moisture super cold. Like I remember being in Breckenridge one summer back when I used to do frisbee competitions with my dog. We went to a frisbee competition in Breckenridge, and it was like mid or late July. It was one of those days where it was near 100 degrees in Denver, so we said screw it. We went up the mountain, and oh, that is not an official trail. Not that I'm stuck on official trails, but that looks flooded. But yeah, it started snowing on us. Yeah, middle of July. It's like, seriously? So I've never been over here at all. I barely even know where I'm at. I mean, there's a few buildings I can tell roughly where I'm at. Obviously, this is the river, so I know I'm along the river. Oh, hey, puppies. Hi, puppy. What's up? What is this? Is this like a little... It's not a Stonehenge, but it's some sort of henge. Let's go take a look at it. Sorry, my hands are going numb. I have neuropathy. Yeah, so technically a henge, all a henge means is circular structure. So this looks like a Stonehenge type structure. It's really cool. I'm gonna get off the bike here real quick, and we will unlock it. Unlock the phone. So this thing allows you to lock the phone in so it won't vibrate out or loosen up or anything. But yeah, it's not a Stonehenge, it's not a recreation, but it is cool. It's very primitive and primeval. I'm actually surprised more people haven't carved into it, like names or hearts or whatever, because it does look like somebody carved that. More Jas, Moreau Jas, Jace maybe, I don't know. Anywho, and then there's either breath or breathe there, but it's the only one with writing on it that I can see, like official writing. So yeah, that's kind of cool. So yeah, it looks like, oh, there's another one over there. Maybe we'll take a quick trip over there, because it looks like the trail continues over here. So if I would have just stayed on this side of the river, I would have come right through here. But that's exploring. Exploring is all about trying something new. So I'm gonna pause this real quick while I get it back in the holder here, and then I'll start it back up. So hopefully it looks seamless, even if it's not. Okay, that took about 4 seconds. And kick the kickstand back up. Oh, it's so far back there. There we go. So yeah, another hinge. I mean, technically they are stone hinges or rock hinges. But yeah. Oh, plus I'm testing out the bike here. I'm only in pedal assist 2. So see what happens if I put it in 3. It's a little better. Normally I'd feel a little bad, but you can tell some vehicles came through here. Slow down so we don't hit this cyclist. And head back. All right. Put it back in pedal assist 2 because this isn't very complicated or difficult. I don't know if there's a way to straighten this up any without getting off, because it looks, from my perspective, it looks like it's pointed just a little bit to the right. And I was kind of hoping it'd be a little bit more straight. But yeah, and I'm just going to ride this back just to kind of make sure that it goes where I think it goes. So if I'm ever doing this on another day, or if it's getting dark, or if I'm in a hurry, I know where I know where I can go just to get away, or just to get back. All right, I'm gonna put it in pedal assist 3 just because I want to go faster. Keys are still in my pocket. That's always a plus. So yeah, I think next time I'll record with the 360 cam, see what happens. I wasn't even going to record this long this time. Ooh, that's open. And it's got a gate that shuts. I'm sure there's some homeless people crawling in there at night and shutting the gate for some semblance of security. And I'm fairly certain this fence over here on the left is just to keep homeless people from camping out on the left, because it's a little flatter there. And one, garbage, like I said, my biggest concern is garbage. Less the homeless people, more the garbage. But 2, oops. Yeah, the river can flood. Oh, here's that little rhino thing that I came up next to, so I know where I'm at. All right, cool. But yeah, fairly certain it's just keeping the homeless people out. Which again, safety concerns, you know, if it floods and it takes away a camp in the middle of the night or something, that could result in dead people, which nobody wants. There should be something, safe places, sanctioned places where people can put up tents and live, and social services and NGOs and nonprofits can come out and talk to people, get them the help that they need, as opposed to this disbursement and the out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, the garbage gets to me. Hi, puppy. My little pug over there. Oh, excuse me. I went over just a little too far, so this is why I went up last time, right here on the right. You know, I was toying with the idea of taking these fenders off, just because they tend to rattle a little bit. Now, it could be me. Maybe I need to tighten them down more. Maybe they're not straight or something, but they tend to rattle and it annoys me. But going through that water and having the fenders catch the water instead of it spraying up on me, that was real nice. Yeah. All right. So I was going to turn the phone off, stop recording, but I wanted to get back to that one hole that I saw, though I said it's obviously just a storm drain dump, but it looked spooky. It looked like the, kind of thing that would start off a horror movie. I can't remember how far away it was from that rhino turn. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. So I know it's one of those things that I won't notice until I'm past it. Yeah, turn this down while I'm doing it. So I was turning the pedal assist down. Is this it? Should probably look. Yeah, this is it. Should probably look behind me, make sure I'm not cutting off anybody. But that right there, doesn't that look like the kind of thing that would show up in a horror movie? A couple of kids go in there to explore and something without skin and with really long teeth chases them out. That kind of thing. Would be interesting to see how far it goes and how dark it and how quickly it gets dark. Okay. So that's it. You guys don't need to come along on the rest of the journey with me because you've already seen this and I really don't have anything else to say. I'm hoping, that's kind of cool. It's like it reminds me of Florida, actually, this walkway up here, the elevated walkway. I don't know how to get up there other than just going up this little hill. But yeah, so that's it. Like I said, you guys don't need to come along with me. I'm hoping to get some more exploring done of this area while I'm in this area, but we will see, because it's really based on the weather. Hi, puppy. What's up? How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Hey, buddy. And I think that interstate up there, I think that's I-70. I could be wrong, based on where I'm at. Nope, that's I-70. Okay. I thought for a second if I was facing the wrong direction, that might be I-25, but it's not. So now I need to figure out how to get back. If I stay following the river, where does it go? Nice little playground over here, which is weird because there's nothing around there. And again, I'm hoping to bring my camera out one day and get some good photos. Yeah, obviously I didn't shut the camera off. I was too busy exploring and trying to keep track of where I'm at versus where I need to go. And yeah, you guys are just coming along. So, I think we're under I-70 right now. So this is not the way that I came originally. So I need to figure out where, because I've seen this building up here before, but again, I'm not that familiar with this area. So while the building looks familiar, I can't place where it is. I mean, there's the Coliseum off to my right. You can't see it, it's off camera. So I know exactly where I'm at, like that way. I just don't know where I'm at, like where I'm at. Like, for example, I have a general idea of where I'm at, but I don't know exactly where I'm at. Well, we're gonna figure it out. Maybe this is an easier way. And you can see how much that's shaking. I'm gonna stop. Okay, I know where I'm at. Because I've come down this road before, leaving the Coliseum. So there's a gas station right here. I'm gonna stop there and kind of reposition the camera a little bit and see if I can mitigate some of that shaking. Because while the the image stabilization will reduce some of it, I don't know if it'll reduce enough of it. Oop, she about went out in traffic. So I don't know if that's her dad or older brother or whatever, but yeah, he's like, "What are you doing?" Fair. Because I think if I go straight down that road, I'll get back to where I started. So let's see. Let's loosen this up a little bit, and then we'll move that over any further, and I'm hitting the button. I want to make sure I'm not clamping down on the button. I just want to see if this mitigates any of that bouncing, because it's all going to be sidewalks and roads from here on out. Pardon me, that happened. Yeah. So what probably happened is because that museum that I went to, that I talked about earlier, was right over there. I probably went right under it, or right under a bridge that it was next to, without even noticing where I was at. But I think once I cross this street, once I cross Washington here, that I will technically be in Globeville again. Which reminds me a lot of like the industrial Midwest, like those tiny towns in the, they're just old towns. Like if you were to take out this whole Globeville area and put it in central Kansas, it would just look like some run-down central Kansas town that nobody ever wants to move to. I'm gonna go. Because the little white guy says it's okay. The little white guy there, now the little red hand is saying slow down. Hey, puppy. I didn't actually see a dog, but I heard one barking. It's different. Globeville. Let's bump it up again. Now I'm in pedal assist 3. Just because I wanted to go a little faster. But I'm really glad that I got a bicycle instead of a scooter. Because I do like the pedaling. Oh, and I want one of these too. If I lived in Florida or somewhere, I would totally get one of those. Like if I lived somewhere where where I could ride it year round. So I don't know if I'd trust a 3-wheeled thing on the ice in Colorado. But I just swallowed a bug. If I lived somewhere where I could, have at least 250 days a year of riding it around, I think I'd be fine. I think it'd be worth the money. Just like a motorcycle. Don't get me wrong. I've ridden motorcycles year round here in Colorado. Unless it was actively snowing or icy, I would ride. Okay, so I'm almost back to where I'm staying, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. Thanks for coming on the trip with me. Hope I didn't talk too much. Hope you were able to hear it with all the wind noise. And we'll try this again with the 360 camera and see what we can get. All right, guys. Oh, I was going to say, let me take a right here and kind of check this out. Actually, let me take a right here and kind of check this out. Plus, it'll give me a chance to check the stability of the camera again. We'll just go around the block here a little bit. Window's knocked out. This is an alley. Oops. So apparently that vibrated itself loose. So I think in the future I will have to clamp this down really hard. It came with a little wrench to clamp it down as hard as possible. And I think that's gonna, ooh, I just went over a screw. I hope it didn't get in the tire. Yeah, see, all this litter annoys me. And then somebody's new house. So, yeah. Anywho, yeah, thought I'd check it out again. It's all about exploring. It's all about taking streets and directions that you normally wouldn't take. I'm still in 3. This is a decent sized hill. Well, not size, but steepness of hill. Hey, puppies. What's up? What's up? So, I'm going to head back and give you my salutations. So I'm looking over my shoulder, make sure nobody's coming around from the other direction to run me over. And, thanks for coming along.